What's going on, y'all? Q back, throwing up the four. Um, if Shinron could grant you a wish, what would you pick? For our guy speaking about today is the king of none other than Midas. The touch, Midas touch, Midas touch. A the energy leave him in flux because the gold is like, dang, the gold is uh, like an energetic exchange, the element. Can I say it again? The gold is like energy. Gold is the sun. I was about to really do a freestyle, but I kind of messed up on what I was trying to describe gold. But anyway, I'm sorry. Um, yeah, Midas, he wanted to touch everything was gold. So as we can see, Midas himself is a certain thought, king, um, king of greed, what they usually talk about. Um, if you had a wish, what would you pick? Like I said, Midas decided to pick everything he touched to turn to gold. It wasn't Shinron, not no floating dragon, um, but it was a Greek god, a wand. And it's funny because um, I wasn't planning all of this. Just trust me, I'm trying to be as genuine and keeping my integrity in these videos as possible. Um, I did not notice that when I was speaking about the Witch of Endor, how Jesus had the wand, which is his blood, the wand god of in the Midas story. Um, he was the god that gave Midas the one granted wish with the gold. So the correlation right there, correspondence right there is pretty nice because I didn't know about that god, to be honest. I knew about the wand god, but I didn't know he was the one that spoke to Midas. So he granted Midas that wish. So um, he was happy. Like as a king, you're a king, so you're already up top. So why would you want even more? Like, if anything, you should be like like get into more of your Aquarius, Pisces energy to where you're trying to help out the collective. Like, wish something good for the people that's lower than you instead of just yourself. Because it backfired because like he turned everything to gold. It started off pretty cool, but when he decided to start eating food and drinking bread, it turned to gold. Water, it turned to gold. He couldn't consume anything, um, nothing at all, and which is really sad because we see greed nowadays in our days. Like we got walking Midases that's not balanced. Because there's nothing wrong with touch of gold, but you gotta have Isis in there, the moon, to receive. Because if you're only externalizing the ego, then you have no um, ways to receive things coming in. You have no way of being able to be self-sacrificing, self-sacrificial. Not necessarily in a bad way, but have some kind of like balance with exuding straight ego because gold transmutation, like transmute, he transmuted the uh, regular state into a gold state, so that's like led to gold, but not everything led to gold was good in that story. It was kind of like death because once we pass away, it's kind of turning us, our flesh is lead, and once we um, go away, it's gold. So that's like the transmute led to gold. So that's kind of how it was going with those different things. Like his daughter, one of the three, Mary Gold. It's crazy how it's Mary from the Bible and then gold. But Mary Gold, he had turned her into gold and she passed away. Um, but then the wine god had told him, excuse me, y'all, had told him to jump in the lake in the river because he wanted to reverse it, which I really thought this was cool, to reverse the 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 gold properties. Um, it's crazy because he actually had magical powers um, to reverse the gold properties. So he was like a fish going into the water reverse. So it's like 12th house or Pisces, which is self undoing 12th house, um, self sacrificing. Um, and you know the Pisces is the two fish. One's going one way and the other one's going in reverse. So look at that correlation, that correspondence right there alone is crazy. I haven't. That's something I came off the top of my dome when I was thinking about the story. I was like, because how they got like the I don't want to get too deep into it, but you know they got the what's the Poseidon? It starts with the race that starts with the A, Aquadians or something, not Anunnakis, but Atlanteans, yeah. So I thought that was crazy how the fish, he was like a fish, um, but he was able to reverse that. And in some stories, there was a pit where, in the pit, just like the Witch of Endor story, where she had a ritual pit, but he had a pit that formed on the castle and stuff in the land where he ruled, and he had self-sacrificed himself by going into the pit with the horse. That's in some stories. Some stories it just he was able to free and start rule again as a better king. But here we got two different cards. Look at this, the golden apple. This is what reminds me of Midas, Aries energy, bro. Look at that. He had the golden apple, the desire, knowledge, because he was able to get the knowledge from the god, and he got the gold staff. That's definitely Midas right there. And then the sun, transmutation, led the gold. And this is all. I'm gonna get a little, somewhat. This also equals 23. I'm gonna flip the camera around for the periodic. Oh, camera screen. Look at what 23 equals. Van Danum. Norse god, Scandinavian goddess, Freya. Freya is the Greek goddess of war, fertility, and gold. And it shows 8. So it's like 8 is dealing with the occult, other people's money, resources. So he was able to get, it's like 8 is dealing with the occult ritual. So he was able to get other people's resources because he was able to get the wish from someone else. You see the 19 for gold, for the sun card, and for 19 is dealing with death equals 19. Death doesn't have to be physical, but it can just mean mentally, transmuting. Yeah. And we'll go back here. 32 is gallium, germanium. I don't really have a correlation with this, but I'll just show you this. It shows it's like resistors. And look what I had looked at this last night when I was doing some research. Look what Midas equals. Look, 38 plus 41, 79. 79. What's 79 element? Gold. Look at this. I ain't bullshitting, y'all. Look at that, gold. 79. And look, you got 4, 1, 2, 29 for copper, and 92 for uranium. And I'm gonna go back to this real quick. Look at Van Danum. It equals 29 also for copper and thing. Look at this. The 6 plus 5 is 29. And that's crazy because Judgment was 20, and I was dealing with Witch of Endor. And look at this. All right, so you know how I said equals 79? Look at this. Ain't that ridiculous? Gold. Look at this. That looks, look at his Midas, bro. It's Midas right there. And look what I tell you. You need the gold and the moon. You need both of them. You can't have one without the other. Look at that. Midas right there. Alchemy. Look at that. Look at that. Midas touch. 79. What is Midas equal? 13, 30. And that's 30. That's the element of zinc. Look at that. zinc money. Look at that, meaning stone. Basically, he turned everything into stone. Bro, look at that, bro. Look at those correspondences. That alone is insane. That, look, Midas touch equals 79 for a Chaldean and a septenary, bro. What, like, come on now. Anything? Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to bullshit to y'all. Today is the 21st, 2023. So that's 321. 2 plus 1 is 3. And 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. So that's 37. And look at this. Tartalium. Tantalium. Look at that. Look what's on the crown. The king. This talks about the king Tantalus, bro. And what did we have yesterday? The daughter of King Tantalus. It was Nobium when we were speaking about Witch of Endor. Look at that. Look, got the 20 right there again. 92, 11. Look, there it is again. 3 plus 8 is 2. Oh, that's 39. I'm tripping. But yeah, scratch that. But okay, 39 is Neptunium and Yttrium. But dang, look at that. I was amazed with that last night. And is rubidium. We got rubidium right here. This isn't really a correlation with that, but we got rubidium right here for 37. And then we got 21 is 12 is manganese. Look at that. Look at that little correlation just in the periodic table alone. Yo, I hope this video helped y'all learn a little bit. I want to go deeper, but these stories are crazy. These myths are not myths. This is some things that we're playing out in the flesh right now. Thank y'all.